travel light. Traveling has taught me that less is more. You have a better experience when you travel abroad, or I go to Israel, or even here in our own country, and I don't have a load of luggage to drag with me, because that's just cumbersome, and it just keeps me occupied and busy, and I don't have the time then to spend on all the things that I would like to see and the things that are of importance. So someone says that when you're going on a heavenly journey, travel light and dress appropriately, which means that there are so many things that get your attention away, or you are holding on to these heavy burdens and luggage and baggage and things that just take you down, and you cannot get forward. You can't move forward. And if you drag heavy baggage with you, you are bound to stumble. You are bound to struggle. And you're bound sometimes just to go sit and say, I can't anymore. I can't do this anymore. So as I travel, I've gotten rid of taking my camera with. I now take my cell phone, which takes beautiful photos, because that is just, it's heavy and it takes time, and it stops me from getting where I want to go and seeing what I need to see. Listen what Jesus says in Matthew 11:28. He says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." It is very simple. Though it sounds theoretical, but when you go into that, people battle to apply that physically, mentally, spiritually. And in their lives, they battle to get forward and go. So that burden there is translated in the Greek as ochkon. And it refers to a huge weight or an obstacle that's hanging onto you, keeping you back. And Paul writes to the Galatians in 5:1. He says, "For freedom Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again under to a yoke of slavery." And that yoke comes in many forms and many ways. It might be something that happened before, something that you are battling through, or financially, or I just tell you that you must come to a place with Jesus where you understand that nothing of this world is of real importance except what you do for him. So that is why the word says in Psalm 55:22, "Cast your burdens onto him, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved." Because in this battle, that people have to get rid of baggage, they get so entangled, and man, it sounds simplistic when you say that to people, but when you actually try to do that, it's not that easy, and they struggle on how to be free and to be set free, even though Jesus has already done the work, and he has come to set the captive free, heal the brokenhearted. But some people just struggle to let go of that. So in Isaiah 10:27, it says, "In that day, the burden will depart from your shoulder and the yoke from your neck, and the yoke will be broken because of the fat." In Afrikaans, it says like the oil, like the anointing, if I have to apply that spiritually. If that saturates you and the time that you spend with the Lord, and if that covers you, these yokes will just, it will just slip right off, and you will find you have a lightness of being in the Lord, and you can move forward. So listen to this psalm. Psalm 81:6, "I lifted the burden from your shoulders, and I took the heavy basket from your hands. When you were in trouble, I rescued you." That's what God does. He rescues you. He helps you. He keeps you from stumbling and struggling in this way. But you must come and say, "I'm willing to let this go. I'm willing to let my ambition go. I'm willing for all of these things to go and not seek to collect here on earth in this way. So I'm telling you, it is time to spring clean radically. We need to spring clean our lives on all these levels. So Kimberly Jones Potier writes, nothing can drag me down unless I allow it, or unless I'm holding on to it. I'm shaking it off and moving forward. I release myself to delete anything or anybody that does not belong in my life. And that is what I pray over you.